Previously on All My Children.
You do love me. It's just that you can't decide between me and Jack.
I am not going to tell a man who almost died that I am decision challenged.
I know exactly why you covered that Stanford debt so quickly. Had it all figured out. My silence, my fiance, and a baby.
Dad, I know this is risky, and I'm sorry. It's a bit more complex than you might think. Wait a minute, you having second thoughts?
Where the devil are we going to get a body?
Where is Brooke?
That, I'm not telling anyone.
What are you talking about? What do you mean, who am I?
Am I supposed to know you?
Stop joking.
You do look familiar. But I'm sorry,
I'm Erica. I'm Erica Kane.
The Erica Kane?
Yes, of course. And we're engaged to be married.
No.
Yes. And this is my engagement ring. You gave this to me. Don't you remember?
No.
I'm calling a doctor.
Hi. Mike Roy. Nice to meet you. Who the hell do you think you're kidding?
Ah, my errant patient.
Dr. Glader.
See, you're on your feet.
Yeah, I couldn't spend another minute in the hospital room. I was gonna scream. We could take a walk, can't I?
Well, you can run a marathon if you like.
Then my heart.
It's in perfect condition.
Well, that's great news. That's great news.
I have more. You can start the artificial insemination anytime you like.
Really? No.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. I wish all my patients were that grateful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, don't be silly. Now, you call me when the procedure is finished, and we'll set up a pregnancy test, hmm?
I will.
I'll be waiting for that call.
Yeah, me too.
Come on. You can't hit your little brother? Come on! Hit me! I'm not gonna hit you. Come on, I'll give you first shot, all right? Come on, take it, hit me! I'm not gonna fight you, Edmund. What's the matter with you? What can I do? What can I do? I have asked you for this information. I have begged you. I have pleaded. What else can I do but just beat it out of you? You want to pound me into the ground because I won't tell you where Brooke is. What is your personal stake in this?
You know where Miss English is?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then. Tell us, why didn't Miss English see fit to make her court date?
Miss English is very ill.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Martin, is it? Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Martin, she had better be very ill. In hospital kind of ill, or she is in very serious trouble.
As a matter of fact, Your Honor, Miss English is at the Pine Valley Hospital in quarantine right now with what her doctors suspect is a highly contagious and potentially fatal illness.
Fatal?
Order, order. Everyone in this room will conduct themselves in a manner befitting this court, or these proceedings will be closed to the public. Is that understood?
Excuse me, Your Honor, just 1 minute, please. Tad, why the hell didn't Brooke call me and let me know what the hell was going on?
I'm sorry, Trev, there wasn't time. It happened quickly.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
I realize that you're not a doctor.
No, sir, I'm just a friend of the defendant.
Well, have you heard what Miss English's contagious and possibly fatal disease is?
No, Your Honor. As I say, I'm no doctor, and even they aren't certain. They're running a bunch of tests to come up with a diagnosis.
And how long is she expected to be indisposed?
They couldn't tell me.
Your Honor, Miss English becomes ill and doesn't bother to notify counsel of her condition? I find that highly, highly suspicious. And then some doctor jumps to the conclusion that her illness is highly contagious and possibly fatal without even a firm diagnosis?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Miss English couldn't notify anybody. When I stopped by her house to bring her over to court this morning, I found her unconscious on the living room floor. If anybody's to blame for not making the call, it's me. I thought it was more important to get her in the car into the hospital.
I'd like to go to the hospital and see the defendant for myself.
Be my guest. I'm sure they can quarantine 2 people as easily as they can quarantine 1.
I'm not asking for an interview, just an ID.
I'm sorry, only family members are allowed, and even at that, only for 5 minutes at a time and across the room. Until they know what this thing is and how to treat it, it's not an open house.
Makes sense. But I'd like to speak to her attending physician. Your Honor, if we can bring in Miss English's doctor, that would satisfy a great many of the prosecution's concerns.
Any objections, Mr. Dillon?
No, Your Honor.
Request granted. Bailiff, make arrangements for...
Excuse me, Your Honor, I'm sorry for interrupting again, but if you'll give me just a few minutes, I can take care of that right now.
While we have a few moments,
Okay, Dad. Where the hell are you? You're on.
Hello, Allie.
Hello. You're looking well.
Thanks. I just got the clean bill of health.
Well, that must be quite a relief.
Yes, it is.
Do you have a minute for me? I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah. Sit down.
How do you do it, Liza?
Do what?
You seem like such a master. How are you able to win over everyone's sympathy and at the same time make me look like such a villain?
Okay, you're upset about the sperm donor thing.
All right, it's just one of those things for you, isn't it?
No, actually, it's not. Actually, this is a very important decision in my life. And it is my life, Allie. You and Jake, you have a lifetime together. I don't want you to be upset at me or this.
How can I not be upset when the man that I love wants to have a baby with another woman? But hey, no big deal, right? So what if I'm not going to be the one to give my husband his firstborn child? Because he will already have that pleasure with you. But hey, why worry? I'm just overreacting, right? Right?
Yes, you
know what,
are.
Liza? Shut up. Because I know exactly what you're up to. I have seen the way you've manipulated Jake, and now I see you're trying to do the same thing to me. Well, you know what? It's not going to work. I understand your situation. I know that you want a baby and there's no guy in the picture. So you just think you're going to help yourself to mine? Well, forget about it, okay? Jake is taken. So back off.
All right, now it's time for you to shut up and listen to me. I don't have a great love in my life, Allie. You have Jake. You are his inspiration, his soulmate. You're his life. He is happy because you're in his life. Don't you get it? I couldn't and I wouldn't come between the two of you. And the only reason that I accepted his offer, he's a friend, is because I want a baby. I'm in love, but I'm not in love with Jake. I'm in love with a child that I haven't even conceived yet. I'm head over heels in love. Now, I guess if that's a crime, then I'm guilty. You can... I hope that you can believe in your heart that it was never my intention to hurt you.
Nice try.
You want to know my personal stake in this? How about the fact that one of my best friends in the whole world is missing, spending God knows how long in jail if she doesn't come home? How about the fact I have to go to work tomorrow and possibly every tomorrow without her, wondering what's going to happen next?
Come on, she's got her own life to worry about.
Yeah, well, I think she might need some help in that department.
Meaning you?
Yeah, I think I owe her.
And how might that be, Edmund?
Well, being as one of the Merrick brothers just screwed up her life royal by telling her to fly out of the country and flee prosecution, I figured the other one might want to talk some sense into her and bring her home.
I didn't talk Brooke into anything. She wanted to take me up on my offer.
As I recall, you made an offer one time. I think you were going to take the rap for Jim Thomason for shooting him, right?
That she refused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like she refused pleading insanity. Not because it was easy, because it was right. That doesn't sound like a lady who'd skip town to me.
Whoa, Edmund, the way the trial was going, Brooke was going to spend the rest of her life in prison. She doesn't deserve that.
That wasn't your call
You should thank
to
me.
make.
You should thank me for saving her life.
Do you hear yourself? You are so arrogant, so manipulative of people's lives.
I'm not manipulating anyone here.
Do you remember Gloria? This denial will kill you. Don't go down this road.
Why do you care, Edmund? Brooke is gone. She's gone. Get used to it.
You think I care about Brooke? That's it? I don't want to lose my brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know exactly what you're up to, Jacko, and you are not gonna get away with it. You cannot con a con man.
You're a con man?
Yeah.
Would never have known.
God, I've created a monster.
Meaning what?
You, this bedside ploy, this faking amnesia. You know something? I could have had Erica in my arms, light years away from your sorry soul, but no, I wanted a fair fight.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I think.
You think this is going to gain her sympathy? You think that she's going to want to nurse you back to health? Well, I got some major heads up for you, my friend. The longer you pretend to be a blank slate in need of 24-hour nursing care, I am going to be her loyal knight, standing right by her side every hour of the day and night. You got that, Jack? While you're upstairs playing the imaginary invalid, I'll be downstairs, wining and dining her in the lap of luxury, or any other lap I can get her onto.
You know, Mike, was it? You want me to ring a nurse for you? You look like your blood pressure's going right through the roof. I mean, you're all kind of hot under the collar and everything, and that's not a good sign for a con man, is it? You know, maybe you should be the one to rethink your next move.
Erica, I really don't have time for this right now.
I know, but this is really a matter of life and death, Jake. He doesn't remember who I am.
Okay.
What's wrong with him?
Jack, I'm gonna shine a light in your eyes. You know who I am?
You would be the doctor, I guess.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Look up for me.
Well,
Well, it's not unusual for a blow to the head to result in a temporary amnesia.
temporary. How long is temporary?
No, not more than a couple of days. How many fingers?
2.
Good. What month is it?
July.
All right. What about the president?
He never touched me.
I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. Well, did you hear that, Jack? You're going to be fine. Very soon, you're going to remember everything about
I want
us.
to keep you around here for a few more days just to be on the safe side.
Whatever you say, Doc.
All right, I gotta run.
Okay, thanks again, Jake.
No problem.
Jake.
Hey.
Hey, I'm so glad you're here. You left so early this morning. I didn't get a chance to
I
talk
hate
to
to
you.
say this, but I'm really crazed right
Jake,
now.
I'm so scared. I had the worst nightmare last night.
What?
I couldn't walk out of my room because every time I'd open the door, David was sitting there. And he was threatening that he's not going to let me go, that he's
Allie.
come to get me.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what to do. You weren't home.
I know. I was slammed here last night. I didn't have a chance to get back.
Jake, it was awful. I need you so much.
Okay, all right. Listen to me. Listen to me. Nobody hates David more than I do, but you don't have to be scared of him.
Jake.
Why?
What if he comes after me?
Why? Well, honey, he's got nothing to hold over your head. I mean, I know about your past relationship with him, and all this stuff about your transcripts is out in the open. Plus, he ditched the tapes, so there's no real proof he tried to kill Adam.
Well, I know, but...
But nothing. He can't hurt you, okay?
Look, I hear you, but I'm still really scared.
All right, but we'll talk about it later. I'm really late for an appointment right now, okay?
Now?
20 minutes ago.
Well, can you break it, please? Because I really need you.
I would if I could, but I can't. I'm sorry.
Jake, I can't take another nightmare.
Then go home, blast the TV, drink a bunch of coffee. I'll be back there as soon as I can.
When is soon?
I don't know, but I've got to run, okay?
Jake, please.
Family crisis, all right? I'm sorry. Okay?
Great. I'm in a tiny box with nothing to do. Story of my life. Of course, if I had one, maybe I wouldn't be doing this.
Hey. Sorry I'm late. I got tied up with a patient.
Okay.
You look nervous. Don't be nervous.
Do you want to sedate me or knock me out?
Take it easy. You're the right build, the right height. Nobody's going to suspect anything. Except you're going to need this.
You're kidding.
No, you'll need it.
Looks like the last occupant of this had whiskers and a tail.
Don't argue with me. Just put it on.
Okay. What if somebody tries to talk to me?
No, nobody will. I called security. They're going to put a guard right outside the door.
Ooh, a guard. Is he cute? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ready. I can do this.
You're sure?
When it comes to family, I will do anything.
All right, good. When you get in bed, make sure your back faces the door. Make sure of that, and put this thing on. All right?
Did I say anything?
Your Honor, how much longer do we have to wait for this much ballyhooed doctor?
Your Honor, I apologize. If you just be patient, I'm sure it'll be just another minute.
So, Trevor, did he say who was treating Brooke anyhow?
No, that didn't say.
Wherever it is, he better get here soon or our butts are gonna be in a big old sling.
That better be a big one.
Is there a problem?
You tell me. Just how contagious is this rare disease?
I don't know. I don't think anybody does, but until we do, I think it's safest to assume that it's extremely contagious.
Define extremely.
Existing in a very high degree, exceeding the ordinary, usual, or expected.
But you picked Brooke up and took her to the hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
Wouldn't that expose you too? Yet the doctors just let you walk right out of there. Now, how do you suppose that happened?
I didn't give him a choice. But I assure you, I intend to go back for a full checkup when this is finished. Excuse me. Thank God you're here. That prosecutor's about to go Brooke hunting.
Couldn't be helped.
It's all right. He's a little squirrely. I think we'll be in the clear just as soon as you make your statement. Listen. You are going to go through with this, aren't you?
Excuse me, is this the doctor? We're waiting for you.
Dr. Martin, welcome.
Thank you.
We would like as much information as you can provide on Brooke English's condition. Just how sick is she? Dr. Martin, the defendant's condition?
I'm sorry to say Miss English is very ill. We suspect she has contracted a rare form of pneumonia, one that is highly resistant to treatment by conventional antibiotics. And right now, we're awaiting the results of a series of blood tests, which we think will confirm our diagnosis.
And how long will that take?
Several days, at least. And then we have to go through the long process of finding the right antibiotic to treat the disease.
And the length of that?
It's a process of elimination, Your Honor. It could take up to a month before the actual treatment begins.
Your Honor, in consideration of my client's illness, I'd like to request a continuance.
Request to deny.
On what grounds, Counselor?
Your Honor, the doctor that is giving the defendant a free pass out of here is none other than her ex-father-in-law.
Hey, he's the chief of staff, for crying out loud.
Who better to help the defendant fabricate a rare disease?
Fabricate?
Yeah, to avoid or at the very least postpone prosecution.
My client don't fabricate. Brooke English doesn't play dirty tricks.
Yeah, tell it to Jim Thomas.
She didn't fake any illness, pal.
I can swear to that, Your Honor.
Joe Martin's son, the defendant's ex-husband, and the father of her son? Your Honor, maybe I've been a prosecutor too long, but this has bad mystery novel written all over it, and I don't have to turn to the last page to see who done it.
Are you finished, Counselor?
Yes, I've made my point.
Then let me make mine. I happen to know Dr. Martin both personally and professionally. Not only has he treated my wife with the utmost care and patience, but also some years back, I had the privilege of serving with him on the board of the Pine Valley Hospital. He's a man of exemplary values and judgment. I have no problem accepting the word of Dr. Martin as to the condition of the defendant. As a matter of fact, I believe she's in excellent hands.
I couldn't agree more, Your Honor.
Well, be that as it may, we still need the specifics of her condition.
I'm coming to that, Counselor. Dr. Martin, I'm sure you've been through this before, but the court needs documentation as to the prognosis and the expected duration of the defendant's illness. I'm sure you can provide us with that?
Yes, but as I said, those answers could take weeks.
I can give you 48 hours, Doctor. Get me what you can. Is that satisfactory, Mr. McLean, or would you rather risk quarantine and visit the defendant's sick room yourself?
I'll wait for the paperwork, Your Honor.
2 days. Very well. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Now look, all that paperwork has to go through official channels, so you damn well better get Brooke back fast.
Don't worry.
When Thomason chained me to that aqueduct, I was sure I was going to die. You didn't let that happen. In spite of the danger to yourself.
Damn chains were bound to break sometime.
You know, when I walked away that night, I had more than my life. I had the brother that I loved. And now look at us, huh? You, me, Sam, Maddie, Peggy, we're all at Wildwind. It's taken a long time to get back here.
Yeah, considering where we came from, it's pretty amazing.
Considering what happened between you and Maria, I think it's a miracle. down this road
Come
again.
on, Edmund, you're blowing this out of proportion. This is one small instance about Brooke.
You did the same thing with Maria. Come on. You set her up to fly out of the country to avoid dealing with the situation with Sammy. Remember, it's the same sickness all over again. Do I have to tell you what happened after that? Demi, I thought we were past all this. Dimitri, I can't have a brother I can't trust. I can't have a brother who can't be honest with me. Not living in the same roof with these two.
Sam and Maddie.
They love you.
And I love them.
Yeah, and they need people who are stable. They need people who can set a good example. I promised that to Maria.
What, I don't qualify?
It's too much like our father.
He was a monster, Edmund.
I don't want to have to tell the kids that you were just like him.
Hey.
Hey.
You all right? You look like you lost your poodle.
I told Skippy not to play in traffic.
Come on. What's wrong?
Not absolutely everything. I got the gynecological seal of approval. I can have a baby anytime I want.
That's great.
Yeah.
Liz, I'm very happy for you.
Thanks.
What?
I don't think I'm the only one who's sad around here, am I?
Is it that obvious?
Yes. Ellie came to see me.
Oh. What happened this time?
Well, I gotta tell you, she was loud and clear about not wanting you to be the sperm donor. I think I could do anything with my life as long as it doesn't involve you.
She's pretty dead set against it, more than ever.
Yeah. So much for your idea of the cooling off period.
Liza, I hate to disappoint you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do this for you.
No, I think it's a good idea. This is an impossible situation for you.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Really.
It's just Allie, she's going through this like meltdown right now. And it's not just because of this situation. And she can't practice medicine right now, and Hayward's back in her face. She's just holding on to me for dear life, and I won't upset her right now.
I understand. I do.
You're disappointed.
What, then I'm not gonna have the most handsome, smartest pre-med baby in all of Pine Valley? Maybe a little bit, but your future wife, she doesn't like the idea, Jake. I can't argue with that.
You're a good woman.
Well, I don't know. If I was engaged to some guy who wanted to spread his, all over Pine Valley, I'd probably load up one of those crop dusters and fill it full of cyanide and let it go.
Well, I don't know. I think you'd be pretty okay with the idea.
You flatter me.
Are we still friends?
Always. Don't forget that.
Oh.
You know, it was very unselfish of you to offer. I really do thank you for that.
I just wish it could have been different, you know? I mean, Allie and I, if we're going to start off on the right foot, we just can't have something like this between us.
No, I understand. I just have to find somebody else. And hey, I almost ended up with Ryan Lavery, so anybody else will be a drastic improvement.
Come, I will take you back to your humble room.
Thank you.
Watson Doyle. I think we need to talk. I have some important information that I think you might find very useful. Liza Colby.
You would keep my niece and nephew away from me after everything we've been through?
You're at a crossroads, Dimitri. In front of you is our family. You, me, the kids. And back of you is Hugo. Just let him rot in his crypt. Rot in his evil. Be my brother again. Be the brother that I can count on. Be the brother that pushed me through that sewer pipe when I didn't have the strength to crawl. Just don't be this, man. Don't be this brother I can't even recognize.
I take it you know what's going on? I just bought her some time.
How?
I told the judge she was in the hospital with pneumonia under lock and key. Now it's your turn. Where is she?
I told you I can't help you.
You want her to spend the rest of her life in prison?
That won't happen now.
Well, sure, what's a little kidnapping on top of a murder charge, right? My son is missing. And I know that doesn't mean that much to you considering your hobby of stealing other people's children, but one way or another, I'm gonna see him again.
I am trying to protect the woman and her child.
Dimitri, you're gonna go to prison as an accomplice.
Better me than Brooke. Your little hospital charade, it was a good call. I'm sorry it's for naught.
Tad! Don't bother. I would have beaten him myself. How long do we have?
48 hours.
Let's go.
Do you remember Paris?
Well, I remember it's the capital of France.
No, it was a trip of a lifetime for us. We walked along the Seine. We saw Notre Dame in the moonlight. You told me you thought I was the most beautiful woman right under the lamppost on the Pont Neuf.
And I'm sure you were. But I don't remember that.
Corinne. Corinne, the French maid. She came to your room. She gave you a massage. She threw you a bath. She indulged your every fantasy in the city of love.
Corinne, huh?
Mm-hmm. Okay, forget Corinne.
Yeah, he's forgotten it.
The crystal ball. You have to remember the crystal ball. I mean, there was really magic between us, Jack, that night. And you told me that you loved me. You told me that you worshipped me. For all the worst things about me as well as the best things about me. And then on Valentine's Day, you slipped this ring on my finger. You asked me to marry you. Is any of this ringing a bell?
No.
I don't believe this, Jack. This can't be happening. You love me. You adore me. You worship me. There's nothing that you wouldn't do that is humanly possible to make me happy. I mean, Jack, we're going to be married, for heaven's sake. You can't possibly have forgotten all that's been between us, Jack. You can't just lie there and say you don't know me.
Well, you see, that's where I have to disagree. Because if I did have a fiancée, she certainly wouldn't be the kind of woman who would be in love with two men at the same time. Drive them both to distraction. Pit them against one another until they lower themselves and do the most ridiculous things just to get your attention. No, Erica, I could never be in love with a woman like that. So you see, I don't know you.
You heard me talking to Mike.
Yes. You need to be careful what you say in front of supposedly unconscious people.
So this whole amnesia thing, this was just a stupid joke.
What's far more than a joke?
Okay, I get it. You've had your fun and I got punished.
No, you don't get it. I'm doing this so that I can get you out of my life.
No, Jack, this is wrong. You have a head injury. I mean, you've been hurt.
Boy, you're sure right about that, but you know what? I'm feeling better every minute, and I'm sure I'll feel even better when you've gone.
Jack, no. I have been here all night long. I have been just waiting for news of your condition. Jack, look at me. I'm still in the same dress I was in all day yesterday.
You know, Jack, I like you. You don't have to bow out on my account. Despite what I said earlier, I'm still bucking for a fair fight. May the best man win and all that rigmarole.
I don't believe you. Why don't you just shut up? I am not some sort of a trophy at the end of some Cro-Magnon competition. Just go to hell. In fact, both of you just go to hell.
Can I sweet talk a lady or what?
This is a trait we seem to share.
Okay, God, we've got to talk. I am sick and tired of being the grand prize at the end of some macho game.
What a prize you are.
Oh, Kelsey, what have you done with yourself? Do you like it, darling? Why, yes, it's quite the rage this year. Yuck. Hospital yuck. Oh, well. No one will see me. Don't even know who I am. Might as well catch a view every now and again.
That room is for isolation, and we do not wish you to contaminate anybody. So you have to put this on to protect the patient.
There you are.
What took you so long?
I'm not used to being summoned, Miss Doyle. My time is precious. This is about Liza. What is it? Is something wrong?
Yes, something's wrong, Adam, and it's all your fault.
What is it?
The minute you divorced her, she threw herself at Jake.
What are you talking about?
Look, she's not doing too well right now, okay? She doesn't have a husband, she really wants a baby, and Jake, my Jake, is an incredible find. So she's decided to make him the catch of the day.
Liza would never go back to Jake Martin.
She was devastated when she lost your baby, Adam. And she is so desperate now to have another child that she has asked Jake to be the sperm donor. And he said yes.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
Next week on All My Children.
Carnival's coming to town. It's nice, you know, have you around to talk to.
Oh, I wish there was something more.
You're having trouble choosing between Mike and Jack. Let them choose for you.
We're gonna have a baby.
This is Lisa McCree.
And Kevin Newman. Monday, how did they do that? The wizard behind the animation in Small Soldiers.
Plus, the best-selling author of the hot new diet book, Sugar Busters, Monday on Good Morning America.
Relive your favorite moments in All My Children history by clicking over to abc.com.